So here's a question for you. Does this sound familiar? You get a new inbound call, just like I was describing. People are busy, they're working, they're sleeping. It goes to voicemail. Then the lead gets frustrated, immediately calls the next person on the list, as I just described, and all that money that went into the marketing at the top of this part of this list, and now we'll have to go into the bottom, is a waste of money. So the good news is, here's a better way. This is what we're going to be talking about. This is a little bit of theory, but hang with me. We're going to get to the practicality very soon. New inbound call. Voice AI answers 24/7, which means all the time. The best part, and maybe my favorite little Easter egg about this, is that it handles simultaneous calls. So back in the day, my parents had a small business themselves. They were sales reps for, it's not important, but they were sales reps for large industrial companies. And they actually had, at one point, we had 6 telephone lines coming into the house. This was mostly because my dad didn't like to get up early in the morning, so he had phones ringing at the house and at the office, so he could be anywhere to answer them. Now, the reason that they had 6 lines is because they couldn't take simultaneous calls, as you well know. They didn't even have, I think at that time, call waiting. So they had a failover system. Voice AI can actually handle, on the same phone line, without having to buy a bunch of different phone numbers and incur more costs, can actually answer calls simultaneously. And the number of calls that they can answer simultaneously would probably boggle your mind, but it's a lot. It's more than you would need. So after that quick aside, not only will the voice AI answer the phone in a very natural, human-like type voice, but they can do specific things. And we'll get into this idea of an agent and how you would design all this stuff in a minute. But all you really need to understand here is that they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to be good at certain things, right? So you might have an FAQ person. Let's just say that's an entry-level minimum wage position. It's a high school student just looking for a little extra money. They come into the plumbing shop, after school, and they answer the phone for a couple of hours, make some dough. That's your FAQ, right? But imagine that working 24 hours a day and probably costing a fraction of what even paying a high school student for a couple of hours after school to come and man the phones. So that's that. And then you've got lead qualification. So like maybe a slightly more advanced employee that could like understand what the plumber actually needed, information like, well, they're going to need an address. Are they in a city that we service? Do they have a problem that we can actually solve, right? A gas pipe that's on fire in somebody's front yard, that's going to be a fire department problem, not necessarily the plumber. So things like that. Then booking appointments, doing follow-ups, all these kinds of things. So each voice AI agent or bot, maybe if you want to think about it, can do different things. And the whole point of doing these different things are to move the lead forward. We always have to think about, when you're thinking about online marketing in general, all you're doing is providing some movement forward through a funnel, sometimes, or through a pipeline. Sometimes we talk about funnels because the natural nature of gravity kind of moves them down. But I actually think it's better thought about as a pipeline, because we kind of have to move things. We can't rely on gravity to just magically do it. But these agents, this feature in particular, and really any feature within high level, is designed to move the lead forward. So that's what we're doing here. That means that your new marketing has actual ROI, because you can say, hey, I paid this bot $24 over the past 6 months, and it generated for me $6,000 in sales. That's pretty easy to account for.